Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Aegina Craft. I have my coffee, and on the bench we have an olive board. This is a Greek olive tree. What's left of it anyway. Sorry, I wanted to take a sip of my coffee, and turns out my straw had a hole in it. First world problems. I have to drink like adults. Anyway. Sorry for that. Anyway, so this is a Greek olive piece, and this is my friend Philippa's cutting board, and she said it's gorgeous, but it's way too big to her kitchen. And my job is, with this commission, is to slice it in half in a nice place, and then put some resin art in both pieces. So because I don't want to structurally destroy this piece, as you can see, it's nice and thick, and yeah, I don't want to damage it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slice it in half, run it through the planer to remove all the oil and excess grease and whatever is on it. Just a micron. I'm just gonna remove a micron. And then I'm gonna use an angle grinder to carve something here where the inner and the outer, I don't know the word in English, but the inner and the outer wood fibers meet. So I'm just gonna carve a river into it, just following the line, and tape it up and do a resin art in it, then sand it flat, and we're gonna have two nice cutting boards, a twin cutting board. So that's the plan. Okay, short intro. I'm gonna go slice and dice, and I see you guys when we do something actually worthy to watch. So before cutting olive is not an easy feat. Okay, it's one of the strongest woods. So I got out the big circular, and I try to draw a line. Jesus. So cutting an olive tree is not an easy feat. So I draw a line at the center, or where the grain goes, and I got the old trusty heavy duty circular saw out. I barely use this one because this boy is very strong and I usually don't need it. So I'm gonna cut it with the circular, and I'm gonna clamp it down and do everything properly, do all PPE and everything. So yeah, let's do cutting. So I managed to cut it in half, and I still have all my fingers. Yeah, circular saw is not a joke. It went through it like butter. You can't see it anyway. I like the smell of olive when you cut it. It smells like cooking. Anyway, I'm gonna plane this piece just to get rid of all the bruises and cuts and oil residue on the surface, because sanding it would take ages, and I bought this Chinese Indian Turkish planer for $400 when I started out, and I might as well just use it. I think so. I'm gonna record this because it's pretty satisfying to watch. All right. So I managed to plane it, and it looks pretty neat. And it is time to tape it up and prep it for epoxy. Yep, that's what we're gonna do next. So I dammed, taped. So I taped up and I made a very nice dam for the resin. Damn, it's a nice dam. Can you see these dots here? These ones? That's olive oil. That's coming out from the grains of the wood. And that's the magical thing about olives. They still have their oil content, and when you smell them after cutting and planing, you can smell. That's how fresh olive oil smells. if you wonder how does that smell. Now, next up, I am going to find my silicone gun because I wanna make a dam at the sides, but sadly, oh come now, please, I need 2 beads, 2 beads, no more, no less, just 2 simple beads. I forgot to tape up the cap of it. Oh, there you go. Is it? Yeah, fresh. So because I can't put tape over the edge, because it's just not gonna stick, I'm just gonna pull a bead of silicone like so. Twink. And that's gonna be the dam on the long edge, and one more here, and in the end we're just gonna rip it off. Okay, simple as. I'm just gonna put a little bit dash more here, a twink more there. Okay, nice white silicone poop all over the thing. Guys, remind me in the comment section that I need to buy more silicone. This was the last tube. Thank you. I love it when you guys are my shopping list, because I always forget to buy shit. And when I'm in the village, I read the comments of every video and try to answer every single one of them. And one of you sends me a message, hey, don't forget to buy this and that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right. So then I pop out and buy it. I love you guys so much. It's so much fun. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm gonna prep some spatulas because we need to level this fucker out. But first, we need to mix up some resin. Now, I promised this young lady that we gonna do something blue because she likes blue, and yeah, we can do that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not gonna mix up too much because I don't have to. But I want to mix up some beautiful blue. Now, how are we going to achieve beautiful blue? Well, I'm going to use resin dye dissolved in alcohol. And I'm going to use acrylic paint, what you use for art painting. Just a dash. And we are going to use some mica powders, the cheap Amazon mica powder. You know what? We're gonna use lilac because it's gonna be a nice contrast. So we're gonna have every shade of blue, 50 shades of blue. All right, so let's get mixing. Zero out, and we do 2-to-1 with this German epoxy. I'm gonna mix up about 300 grams. Okay, wow, that's the entire cupful. All right, did I turn my mic on? Yes, I did. Okay, now we're gonna mix up the resin with a spatula. I don't like to mix up resin. I'm gonna move you. So I don't like to mix the color in while the resin is not mixed in. First, I want to mix in the A and the B part and make sure every molecule got a pair in the opposite material. So first, this is gonna go opaque like milk, and then it starts to clear out. And once it's completely clear, then it's like 80% mixed in. That's my resin anyway. I don't know about yours, but mine behaves this way. And I just mix a little. And now I'm gonna put the colors in. So we're gonna do a dash of blue, dash. And we're gonna do a dash of acrylic paint. This is water-based, so you don't need too much of this. Boink. Oh, and we're gonna put some mica powder in there, because why not? There you go. I want it to be a very intense color. Oh boy, it's gonna be intense for sure. Always wear a mask when you're dealing with epoxy and mica, because mica powder is so fine it stays airborne for a long time and you can breathe it in. I'm not using a mask because I'm talking into a microphone and I don't have the money for professional equipment, so I can speak under a mask. So I'm standing at the door and trying to avoid dying. All right, I think I mixed them pretty well. Scrape the balls. Scrape the spatula. And mix it a little more. All right, I'm kind of happy with it. I'm gonna pour. How should I pour this? I want to have them side by side like this, because in that case I can put spatulas under it to level it out, and then I'm not gonna be in the way of each other. Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let me move the camera to a better position. Take it slow. I immediately see that I need to lift up this corner, like so. And maybe this corner open. No, that's fine. This is fine. Now, one thing you need to know, if epoxy touches silicone, it will start to smoke because it will create sulfuric acid because of the vinegar in silicone and the hardener in the epoxy don't like each other. Don't worry about it. Just wear a mask. But this is not going to ruin your pour. But it happens sometimes. I mean the smoke. It just smells like Satan asshole. Satan's asshole. You know. And you should do resin art in a well-ventilated area anyway. You know. Okay, I think it looks cool. Okay, nice. And you know what? I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I got a bunch of silicone molds. So now we're not gonna throw out the excess silicone. Silicone, fuck excess resin. Hey! It took almost 15 minutes to get my first F-bomb in. I'm getting better at this, seriously, guys. Okay, do we have a leak? Do we have a leek on the board? I hate leek. That's a nasty vegetable. That's a fucking cabbage that lies about being an onion. What the fuck am I on about? I don't know. Okay, so my dear Philippa, I'm gonna receive a set of unique, one-of-a-kind coasters as well, with the same color theme. As her epoxy board. There we go. All right, now we're gonna spray everything with alcohol because we don't use open flame with silicone molds because it's gonna fuse to it. No. And I learned my lesson the hard way. Okay, so I hope Philippa's gonna like it because I like it very much. I need to lift this up a tiny bit more because everything is flowing this way and I don't want that. I want it to flow the other way. A little, just a teeny tiny. Okay. Cool. Always wear gloves. Don't do as I say. Because epoxy absorbs through the skin and you can get an allergic reaction even if you've never been allergic to it immediately. And your skin literally gonna get chemical burn from inside out and your skin literally rots off from inside. So you don't wanna fuck with that. And it can happen anytime. So don't jinx it. Don't be a superhero. Wear gloves. I should wear gloves too, but I always forget. And by the time I'm there, I realize I should wear gloves when I'm already touching the epoxy. So I'm a fucking idiot. All right. right, so we're gonna leave this to dry, cure, and do everything it wants to do. And then we're gonna sand it flat, I guess. All right, see you guys in a minute. All right, so this one cured really nicely. It only took like 2-3 hours to harden. I'm gonna sand it, you know the usual drill. Gonna remove the silicone, sand it flat, and then we're gonna treat it with some antifungal treatment, antibacterial treatment, and then we're gonna seal it. The extra coasters are pretty neat as well. They're coming out nice. Just gonna put them here for now. I demolded the couple. This is still malleable, so we're just gonna put it right there. Yeah, so it is happening. And this is the final part of the commission olive cutting boards for my dear friend Filippo. Now, I wanted you guys to be here for the final touch because this is the best part. Basically what I done, I cleaned up as usual. I sanded up as usual, up to 400 grit as usual. So nothing fancy. Really, it's just a usual grill, I'm gonna shake up my magic juice. And we're gonna apply the magic juice with a piece of paper. It's a secret formula, and I'm sorry about the wind, but it starts to blow when I want to record shit. Okay. So, secret formula, and I cannot share it with you unless you pay me $100 each. You need to buy my special course where I explain you how to make this magic juice. Actually, no, I'm not gonna explain you how to make this magic juice. I'm gonna send you a 100 milliliter jar of it, okay? And you need to reverse engineer it if you want to use my magic juice. And you have to buy my course, and of course you have to submit your firstborn child, and you have to buy the bottle, just only for $300, which I fill up with my magic juice. So yeah, it's my bath water. No, fuck, I'm kidding. Okay, jokes aside, this is a 1-to-1 mix ratio of mineral spirit and tung oil. And basically I put mineral spirit in it because mineral spirit dilutes tung oil, and it allows tung oil to soak more into the fibers of the wood. That's it. And I apply it 2 times before I apply 2 or 3 coats of pure 100% unfiltered, or actually filtered, tung oil to the finishing part. Now, today I have a new item on my web shop. It's called the supporter painting. It costs 15 euros, and I ship it everywhere around the world. And you can support me that way. That you can buy a picture from me, spray painted by me, and you can choose the colors of the planet, and you can choose a message, or I write you a message on the back of the picture, and you can support me that way. For that, like you get something in return for money you spend. This is not throwing money at the screen or doing super chats and shit like that. Google doesn't take a cut from it. Google can't take 70% of it. It's the way to directly support me, and I can actually make something for you, which makes me feel better about accepting support. So please consider going on my web shop and buy some shit from me if you got something out of this video. I mean, if you didn't, please leave a dislike and tell me how fucked up I am and how much you hate me. Just the usual. I do the hate speech. It's fine. I'm older than the internet. I used to do flame wars on the forums, so come at me. Right. I trimmed the edge of it because I didn't want to a bit too sharp. It's really hard to do this while looking at the camera. Anyway, yeah, so you can support me there. Or if you want to become a monthly supporter, you can join to my buymeacoffee.com account and you can throw money at me monthly. And that will help me pay the bills and pay the rent and all that shit. I will figure something out that you're gonna get in return for that too, because that's just nonsense that you paid money for nothing. Anyway, came out pretty nice. What do you think? Is it alright? Well, okay. So here are the twins. Put it in frame, you idiot. There you go. Ah. Fuck. Now I don't want to give it to my friend. I like it too much. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, guys, on this one. I hope you got something out of this video. And you see, it's this easy to make river-themed wood thingies, you know, cutting boards and shit. I'm hungry, I'm dehydrated, I'm slurring my words. I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!